Hey people, this is We187 and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XII International. And in the last part, oh god, do I even remember? Actually I do, because I know this game like the back of my hand. Quite literally, I do. Like, I used to I still do this. I take a piece of paper and I write down the location of the areas that you go to in the game. Like, I do this when I'm bored in school sometimes, or if I have free time, I'll just write down every area that you go to in chronological order of the story. Because that is how much I know this game. So in the last part, we got to the Tomb of Raithwall, and we did the Southfall passage, and this time we're going to do the Northfall passage. Now you have no idea what I'm talking about if you've never seen this game before, which is just fine, because I kind of I'm designing the commentary of this LP now to sort of take into consideration the people who started watching during my Birth by Sleep LP, which is probably 90% of you, since I used to get maybe 50 views per video on my older videos. Like before I started Birth by Sleep. So basically, here, let me open up my map and take out my gum because that's like gonna screw up my voice. We went to the Southfall passage and we had to flip a switch, like in that middle section right there. That's where we had to flip the switch. And now what we did is we came back here and then I went and saved and I stopped this LP for eternity and then I went and did Birth by Sleep. And then we're back and now we're back here again and we're gonna go to the Northfall passage and we're going to mess around with the stuff there and flip the switch there. Now there is an enemy I could like spawn right here to get something called a Lamia's Tiara, but I'm not gonna do it because it's I really don't feel like doing it. So basically, if you're wondering why my characters are attacking enemies right away, it's because I have something set up called Gambits. And Gambits are basically, like Vaughn, whenever I have him programmed so whenever an ally dies, he will use a Phoenix down. And I have, I should probably change this to foe equals nearest visible and he will attack it. Now I have this for each character. They each have their own Gambit setup. So like whenever an ally's HP goes under 50%, I'll have Ash cast Cure, and it'll do it automatically, so I really don't have to worry about it. That's something that a lot of people didn't like in Final Fantasy XII. It doesn't bother me, because it still feels like you're pressing buttons and stuff, even though you're not. You're sort of just controlling the analog stick as you're going around. It sort of places the emphasis on exploring, and I like that, because I like exploring. It actually, now that I've kind of played Zelda a bit, this feels a lot more like a Zelda game than a Final Fantasy game. In terms of how much exploration you're going to do. Like, at least in comparison to, like, Final Fantasy X or 13. I mean, maybe the other games had a little bit more, but still. So we want to go over here. Also, if I press the L1 button, I speed up, and I'm going to be using that a lot. This is a Chronos tier. Chronos tier, Chrono Trigger. Now, Chronos tier, will heal the stop status effect, and also will heal slow in the international version only. But yeah. Back to what I was saying about the L1 button. In the international version, if you press L1, your character will speed up, so you can get across larger areas faster, and that's really, really, really useful. Actually, like, you don't know how useful it is. It is amazingly useful. So, yeah, let's go over here. See, I can just press it, and we can like zoom through this area a little faster than what I normally would have. And my characters are attacking this. See, like, I'm not really pressing any buttons. I'm sort of just guiding with the analog stick right now. But like, you kind of have to watch over it, because at any second, your Gambits could go wrong. You know, something could happen unexpected, and that's really what you're looking out for in this game. I can open up the menu anytime, and I have it set to active mode, so that way when I open up the menu, it doesn't, the game doesn't freeze. Otherwise, it would be like this. If I have it on wait, I'm running, I open up the menu, and everything is frozen. I don't like that. I mean, I use it sometimes when the game gets extremely hard, which it does occasionally, but still. I prefer to have it, like, free and kind of flowing like that. And I can, like, pick who I want to attack still, you know, if I don't like my Gambits, how it's doing it. I can always override them. And that's really what's nice. So if I want to, like, say I'm attacking here, I suddenly want to cast Cure, I can do it right now. And Ash will cast Cure no matter what. Now, I don't know why I cast Cure, it's sort of a waste of MP at this point. But, you know, the point is you can override your Gambit, so it really is okay if you know, I mean, like, love the Gambits. The Gambits are great. They're not bad. They don't make the game play itself. They kind of do, but really you have to pay attention. Otherwise, you're really not gonna be okay if you just don't pay attention. So yeah, we have some enemies here. These are the Ragos. They're kind of these facer guys. They're not too bad. You just kind of kill them. Like a lot of enemies, at least in the main part of the game. In this game, there's not too much strategy to them, but once we start getting to the side quests, there's going to be tons and tons and tons of strategy. Like, there are some hard side quests in this game, and there are a lot of side quests, too. We got some treasure. What is it? 40 gil, okay. 46 gil, not bad. And 98 gil. That's not a lot, actually, but I have a lot of gil. If you look in my menu, I got 22,759 gil. And that's because I spent a little time to get some before I restarted this LP, because I have to buy some stuff. And I'll go more in depth on how you can get gil faster later. But for now, let's just cut through these zombies here. Oh my god, how have you been? Guys, I haven't talked to you in a month. Unless you count like my Final Fantasy 13 random videos that I've been putting up. And really, that was just one. And then, I don't know if I put up that vlog. I have a vlog that I've been wanting to put up ever since I got back this weekend. Ooh, that's a soldier's cap. I wonder if anyone can wear that. I just go to optimize and I look if it's good. Oh, no, Bosch is already wearing one. Right here. So it doesn't matter. But yeah, I actually did record a vlog when I went to Anime Central, which is like this huge anime convention around where I live. It's actually the third biggest anime convention in, like, the US, I think. And it was pretty awesome. Like, Flo came and did a concert. I couldn't record any of that because that's, like, all copyright-ish. But basically, Flo is, like, the singers to a lot of openings in anime. Like, I know they did, like, the Naruto, like, 4th opening, I think it is. It's like the one where it's like, we are fighting Dreamer, or something like that. And then they did, what others did they do? They did Sign, which is a Shippuden opening. And then they did, the Code Geass opening, both Code Geass openings, I think. And, I think they did the Eureka 7 opening as well. I'm not exactly sure, but they did a lot of openings. So yeah, I love them. They're a great band. Oh, okay, now, load times. That is a thing in this game. We're gonna have a lot of load times. What's going on?
Fog? Underground?
Yup.
Not fog. Mist.
Or not.
You can see the mist with your eyes?
Where it is thick enough, you may. The nether runs deep in this place.
So, is the mist dangerous?
Yes, but it is also an aid. A dense mist allows the working of powerful magics.
I'll keep that in mind. Can't count on Vaughn to keep track of these things. That's for sure.
That is for sure. I mean, Vaughn's okay, but he is kind of a scatterbrain. But so am I, so it's okay. Anyway, yeah, the mist here, you see, this is basically what's charging all of our magic and all that. Like, if you look, it says MP. Like, technically it is magic points, but to the game, it really stands for mist points. But, you know, I'm just gonna call it MP. I mean, it's magic points either way. I ran the long way around. But basically, the mist is what charges every kind of magical power in this game, like, as far as the story goes. Let's go over here. And let's pick this up here. This is a blood sword, not bad. I think in the normal version of the game, it's going to be an elixir. And let's go over here. I think on this side, in the normal version, it is a gold needle, if I'm not mistaken. If my memory does not serve me wrong, which it usually doesn't when it comes to this game. But here, it's going to be a Phoenix Down, which is nothing bad, but, you know, it's nothing special. I mean, look at how many Phoenix Downs we have. 34. And also, another thing, in this game, we're going to get tons of ethers. In the normal game, we don't get that many ethers, but in this version, we get tons of them. Like, we will never really be short on MP because we'll have so many ethers to refill our magic and all that. But anyway, let's go down here. What is that red thing? I don't know. I don't know. Looks kind of scary. Man, it's all red, and like furry red, and it's glowing, and it's stepping, and it's groaning, and it's picking up its red sword, and now it's going all yeah. And yeah, this is actually a boss. This is like probably a really random boss, but it is a boss nonetheless. We just picked up an elixir, and on this side is Shades of Black. At least in the international version. In the normal version, I'm not sure what it's going to be, but it's not going to be anything as good. This is actually our first summon boss. This guy's name is Belias. And he's pretty much FF12's version of Ifrit, since Ifrit in this game is an airship, so they had to replace it with another fire summon. So instead of Ifrit, they gave us Belias. And Belias is pretty much the same thing. Ash is going around curing people because my Gambit's told him to. Or told her to. And oh, Belias is doing Fire Raja. Now Fire Raja is gonna basically inflict massive fire damage on us, but at the same time, it's not gonna deal much. I don't think. It can put oil on us. Yeah, see, we have oil, and if you want to heal oil, just go down to your items and use a handkerchief. Handkerchiefs heal oil. So basically, what oil will do is, if you have oil status on you, and then you get hit with another fire attack, that fire attack will deal like 4 times as much damage. So you don't want to have oil on if the enemy you're fighting is like using fire, which this one is. So you kind of want to be careful. But yeah, we've almost got this boss down. It's really not that hard. Bam! Look at that. Done. This is the first video we've already taken down a boss, a summon boss. It's pretty crazy. Whoa, it's a crystal. Well, there's a Final Fantasy game. You're gonna have crystals. Here's like a glyph. Now, basically, every time you see that, you know that you've gotten an esper. And there are, I want to say there's 13 espers throughout the game. You obtain the esper Belias the Gigas. This is our first esper, so we're pretty early in the story.
In glory they arose, shouting challenges at the gods, but prevail they did not. Their doom it was to walk the mist until time's end. A legend of the Nemo.
My family tells a story of the Dynast King and an esper. The story goes that in his youth, the Dynast King defeated a mighty Gigas, for which the gods took heed of him. Thereafter, it was ever bound to him in thraldom.
So, all this time it's been here guarding the Dynast King's treasure?
Not so. The esper is the Dynast King's treasure.
That's your treasure?
In this esper we now command rests a power whose worth is beyond any measure.
Is that so? Call me old-fashioned, but I was hoping for a treasure whose worth we could measure.
Oh, Balthier, don't worry, we'll have a lot of treasure. We'll be raking in the Gil by the end of this game, I promise you. Gil is not hard to get in this game. I mean, you might have to farm it a few times, but it's not hard to get, by any means. So let's open the door, let's see what's on the other side. Let's see what's on the other side. Actually, we have kind of a long cutscene coming up, because, you know, cutscenes are long. Like, actually, I'll use this time to explain, like, the way cutscenes are set up in this game, I personally kind of don't like it, but cutscenes are going to be very spread out. We might have, like, 4 or 5 videos without a single cutscene, but when we do get cutscenes, we get a lot of them. So, they're kind of all clumped together, and they're all in different areas. Like, once we're going down the stairs, once we go up those stairs, we're probably going to have, like, 15, like, a whole video worth of cutscenes, and then, like, maybe a boss fight or something. And then, after that, we may not have cutscenes for another 5 videos. And that's how the game is set up. Really, that's, I mean, it's just spaced that way. The pacing is not the best in this game, but I think that the story itself is very good. I love Final Fantasy XII story, because it's so intriguing in terms of, like, political intrigue, and the characters are fresh. Despite what others think, I think the characters are very, very, very fresh. And, yeah, I like all the characters in this game. Oh yeah, in the international version, you can control guests. In the normal version, you can't. In the normal version, you would not be able to control Vossler, because he's actually a guest in the party. If you look down by Vossler, it says guest, because he will be leaving us soon, because he is a guest. He's a guest. And if you look, this, my friend, Polish Princess, or P-Princess on the FF Together forums, she pointed this out to me. If you look at Vossler, look at his butt. It's waggling. Look at the pockets, they're going back and forth. Oh my god. I mean, jeez. I mean, the animators could have done a better job. I mean, still, it's funny, but then again, look at Vaughn's abs. They're not so good either. So yeah, but Ash is amazing. Ash is great. Ash is amazing. So, in the next part of Final Fantasy XII, we will be going to that cutscene way up there. And some epic stuff will be happening. And I mean, it will be pretty epic. We're gonna see a judge and all that stuff. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, story stuff is gonna happen. We're in the middle of a tomb right now, but we're gonna be getting out. So, if you like this part, rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye, everybody. You are awesome.